breaking right now. Local 6 has learned exclusively that Casey Anthony has been sending emails and a letter to a young girl now for more than a week. Mike DeForest uncovered it all and joins us now. And can you tell us what's in the letter and what's in those emails, Mike?
Well, we just got back. We're just starting to put this together, but I want to give you guys a little heads up on what we're working on here. We have understood that Casey Anthony has made contact with a family. While she's been on home confinement, she has reached out and made contact to a family, has sent some emails to them and some letters. We can take a look at some video here. What we can tell you, the significance of this is not only is she sending these emails, which per her home confinement she is allowed to do. She's allowed to have communication, but this family she is reaching out to is having a very hard time dealing with this. She's sending these specifically to a little girl, and this little girl who is very much believing that little Kaylee is alive after receiving these, not to mention hearing all of this negative information that's been coming out that harm may have come to little Kaylee. This little girl has had to be hospitalized because of this, is so emotional over this. You're taking a look now. It's one of the letters that Casey has mailed to this family. I can read it for you. It says, "Hey, sweetie, I can't thank you enough for everything you have done for my family. I'm really looking forward to seeing you. We will schedule something very soon, I promise. I would love to have you spend the night and spend time getting to know each other. You are such an amazing girl and already a true friend. We are so blessed to have you and your mom in our lives. I love you. Thank you for my gift." I named him after you, a little stuffed animal. "I will see you soon. Love, Casey." Now, again, it wasn't just this handwritten letter. She has sent some gifts to this family, and she's also been sending emails from her home while she's on home confinement. So we are working on this story, and we will have a lot more on this coming up, all new at 5 o'clock. Laura?
Oh, great work, Mike. Thanks. And as always, there are other big developments. The EquiSearch is now asking for volunteers to help in the search for Kaylee. Meantime, a new outburst from George Anthony. And as we said at noon, Casey Anthony's bond is not being revoked anymore. Now, Casey's attorney is explaining why.
They are legitimate security concerns, and that's why he wanted to have her taken back in custody. After discussing what we could do to address those, Mr. Padilla has agreed not to surrender the bond, and he's going to stick to his word.
Now to George Anthony's rage today. Adam Longo is live at the Anthony's home. And Adam, you were there when it all went down. What happened over there?
Yeah, right. Well, last night we saw the Anthonys outside putting up these big no trespassing signs. Well, George Anthony came home just shortly before 3 o'clock, and a couple of guys were just set out in chairs right here. Now, whether this is public property, private property, well, he took issue with it. Those guys, George took all of their belongings and just kind of threw them into the next yard. Those guys are just sitting right here, just not media. They're just checking out to see what's going on. Take a look at the incident that happened just a little bit ago.
Get it off my property. I've asked you. I told you. I told you. You gonna damage all my stuff? You know something? I really don't give a shit about your stuff. Huh? Get off my property. That's your property. This is my property. This is my property. I'm going to plant the grass. Get off my property. I'm calling sheriff.
That's George Anthony's neighbor coming in to intervene.
Listen, little dude. I don't care how big you are, how small you are. You want to get off my property? Not on your property. Get off my property. Get off my property. I just touched you. I just touched you. Next time I see you or anyone else on my property, I will file charges on you. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. You think I'm here to harass you? I'm not.
Douglas Acosta says he came from Castleberry, not for money or fame, just to snap a few shots of Casey.
I think, she needs to be rearrested, and I hope that happens. And I want to be here when it happens.
Why not watch it on CNN or something like that? Why do you have to come out here?
I just want to see it up in person.
George then came back with a strong message about the new evidence released that indicates Kaylee might be dead.
The person who was in the back of my granddaughter's car is not my granddaughter. So why don't you guys get your facts straight?
He had one more thought for the guys camping out in his yard.
The next time, I will toss you.
Now, coming back out here live in front of the Anthony house, we just saw a sheriff's deputy car roll up. We saw one man who was in uniform go inside with a woman. Not quite sure what that is about at this point. They just walked inside of the house right now, not unsure if they're going to be having a conversation with Cindy, with Casey, unsure if anyone's going to be coming out. We're closely monitoring that right now. I want to let you know Cindy came home just about a half an hour ago as well, and she gave me this Help Find Kaylee bracelet. I mean, the family, despite all of this mounting evidence that we've been talking talking about over the past couple of days. The family is still insistent that there should be an ongoing search for little Kaylee, that should be the #1 priority at this point, and they are convinced, certainly, that their granddaughter is still alive. Again, we are waiting. We just saw 2 sheriff's deputies walk into the Anthony family home. We're not quite sure how long they'll be there for. We're going to be standing by here live, and if anything breaks out at the house, we will certainly cut in the newscast.